Leaf fans, we got a little bit of movement here. It's not much, but what could it mean? The Toronto Maple Leafs have placed Ryan Reaves on waivers. Now, this shouldn't come as an absolute shock. A couple years ago, Ryan Reaves signed a 3-year contract with the Leafs, paying him $1.35 million against the cap. This is year 2 out of 3. I don't think the problem is necessarily the cap hit, although you wouldn't mind getting that off your books, I guess. You could also bury him in the minors, because even if he's playing with the Toronto Marlies, you got to pay him $1.35 million. There are worse ways to make a living. But here's the problem. As of right now, the Toronto Maple Leafs roster is really crowded. Connor Dewar just came back. Calle Jarnkrok just came back. Chris Tanev is still on IR. Max Pacioretty is still on IR. And Jani Hakanpää is on LTIR. Including Ryan Reaves, right now the Leafs have 14 forwards. That's not including Max Pacioretty, who's on IR. The Leafs also have 6D. That's not including Chris Tanev, who's on IR, and Jani Hakanpää, who's on LTIR. Not everyone can stay on this team. They have too many guys, and when you have too many guys, which isn't the worst problem in the world to have, sometimes they gotta go on waivers. Unfortunately, Ryan Reaves is the clear choice here. Listen, he seems like a great guy. He seems like someone who's willing to do anything for his team. He'll lay a huge hit. He will get into a fight. Most people don't want to fight him. Case in point, Arbor Xhekaj earlier this season turned Ryan Reaves down before the Leafs erased a 3-0 deficit and 1-7-3 LMAO. But at the end of the day, the dude has no goals and 2 assists in 35 games this season. Listen, last year he played the early parts of the Boston Bruins series. Tried to throw his weight around and everything. And then later in the series when he wasn't playing, he's a good teammate. Like, he's still hanging out with the guys. He's getting them hyped up before they get out there. You need the roster spot. You just do. Even though he's 38 years old, this doesn't mean the end for Ryan Reaves' career. I mean, he has another year left on his contract. If he's claimed, maybe he'll play somewhere else. If he's not claimed, who knows? Maybe the Leafs end up needing him because of injuries. You can thumb your nose at Ryan Reaves. The fact of the matter is the guy has played 912 NHL games in the regular season. And this is probably going to blow a lot of your minds. 113 Stanley Cup playoff games. 11 of which were with the Leafs. But your resume leading up to today doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the decision made today. 35 games played, 2 points. I actually saw one of them in person. That's crazy. New Year's Eve against the Islanders, that crazy Steven Lorentz goal. Now, this is going to be a very interesting thing to keep an eye on as we head into the trade deadline, because by the time you see this video, it'll be less than 24 hours before the trade deadline. The trade deadline is at 3 p.m. Eastern. Friday, March 7th. And we will find out whether or not Ryan Reaves has been claimed off of waivers 1 hour before that deadline. How will that affect the Leafs' plans? We'll have to wait and see. But the fact of the matter is, he's not in the Leafs' best lineup now. With Calle Jarnkrok back, the fourth line is probably Jarnkrok, Kampf, and Lorentz. Connor Dewar is probably not even in this lineup. Max Pacioretty is on IR, and even when he comes off it, I'm not sure he's in the lineup. Losing Reaves on waivers is a risk the Leafs have to take, and depending on how you look at it, it might not even be a risk. You can thumb your nose all you want. I would not be shocked in the slightest if someone took a chance on Reaves. Like, dude, can I throw a suggestion out there? Chicago should be all over him. I know they already have Patrick Maroon, but things seem pretty miserable there. And while I think their future is bright, they got a lot of promising young players. Dude, things seem miserable in Chicago right now. But what do you think? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. Does Ryan Reaves get claimed? Does Ryan Reaves clear and go to the Marlies? Has Ryan Reaves played his final game as a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs? And maybe more importantly, what do you think the Leafs are going to do over the next, 24 hours minus 7 minutes? I know the trade deadline comes every year, but we're going to be talking about what happens over the next 24 hours for years to come. Whether the outcome is good or the opposite. For now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends all day tomorrow and for the rest of the day today, depending on what happens. The SDPN YouTube channel is the place to be. We're going to be making all kinds of videos, and if it's Leafs content, stick around. I'm going to be making videos here as well. Subscribe to both. It's the best thing for you.